In the late 19th century, American industrialization and the growing population were changing its cities and helping pave the way for yellow journalism to gain popularity. This time period plagued America with political corruption, unjust labor practices, high crime, and civil rights tensions. By the 1900s, the women's suffrage movement had begun, and women had begun demanding equality. Yellow journalism enabled women journalists to be stunt girls and therefore work for newspapers. Maureen Watkins, Genevieve Forbes Herrick, and Eleanor Atkinson were able to break through the gender stereotypes and earn a position writing for the Chicago Tribune. Each woman addressed and informed the public of different societal issues. In an article published by the Chicago Tribune in 1980 titled, "Want to Adopt a Baby," Eleanor Atkinson, under her pen name Nora Marks, wrote about her attempts to secure a baby for adoption as a single woman. She went undercover and narrated her experience as she investigated the business practices of the adoption industry in Chicago. Through her reporting, she describes the biases facing women, those not widowed, yet also identified the guidelines put in place to protect an adoptive parent and to protect the birth mother. Going undercover made the story sensational, but it also shed light on an important societal issue that impacted women's rights at the time. Maureen Watkins gained front-page bylines for the Chicago Tribune as a crime reporter, which was no small feat during this era. In a 1924 article titled, "Beulah Annan Awaits Stork Murder Trial," Watkins explained the trial proceedings, including what influenced a jury, noting a woman had never received the death penalty in Chicago. She used sensationalism to explain how murderesses used the stereotypes perpetuated in society during that time to their advantage in order to avoid conviction. This was one of two murder cases she covered that would later inspire her work when writing the popular musical Chicago. This was incredibly impactful because not only did she have a prominent voice in crime reporting and her community, but she was able to share this knowledge and creativity across multiple platforms. Women in politics was another controversial topic during the 1920s and 30s. Genevieve Forbes Herrick spent her reporting career in the Chicago Tribune covering the campaigns of women like Ruth Hanna McCormick, who ran for the House of Representatives, and the succession of Hattie Caraway to her husband's U.S. Senate seat. Furthermore, Herrick reported on the weekly press conferences of Eleanor Roosevelt. She blazed a revolutionary trail by being a woman reporting on women in politics during this time and helped give women politicians a popular platform with significant reach. Each of these women were able to use their platform in the Chicago Tribune to cover issues that significantly impacted women during the late 1800s and early 1900s. These women took advantage of the rare opportunity they had to make their voices heard and to leave an impression on society and history.